What behind the scenes stuff, if any, has Clifton and Joy been referring to? So I
As
don't
far
know.
as, far as that situation, there was no behind the scenes stuff that I'm aware of.
Mm.
You know, for that, that's not in my. I don't know.
Yeah, I did see something earlier that said, was there any like physical interaction, like a kiss or
No.
anything?
Oh
Like
yeah,
nothing.
there was a kiss, but there was no me trying to do this or do that or me saying
Was the kiss on the
no,
show?
no.
Okay.
Um, there was no behind the. Oh
Like
yeah,
nothing.
there was a kiss, but there was no me trying to do this or do that or me saying
Was the kiss on the
no,
show?
no.
Okay.
But it was no me saying this or that I'm trying to do this. So that's a lie. There was no me saying repeatedly that I'm going to take your man. That's a lie.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of things that happened in the show that were a lot of he said she said stuff that wasn't always verified. I always said
Yeah.
you can trust the source but verify. So a lot of
Yeah.
times people are going off of rumors and hearsay and thing, but you can always, I always say, you got to analyze the source. Where did it come from?
Mm-hmm.
Is it rooted in truth or is it rooted in something else?
All right, all right, all right. Listen. Because. Wait, listen. Hold on. First of all, welcome to Little Blackbird 91. We are talking to you guys about Dakiya and Clifton. And listen, I'm just gonna be real. I saw this video come up the other day. I said today actually, someone sent the video to me, and so I watched the video. And I got to that part where it talked about the kiss, and I said, "Woo! What do we have here? What do we have here? Oh baby." Okay, listen, let me tell you something. I was surprised because this is the first time the kiss has been mentioned. It hasn't been mentioned on the show. It hasn't been mentioned on the reunion. I haven't even seen it in her own interviews. So this is the first interview I've seen of her speak about the fact that there was a kiss involved, right? So I'm like, wait, what's going on here? Now, before I go any further and give you my summation, please, first and foremost, like it, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of the uploads. And for those of you who are returnees, you already know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. Stay hydrated because the screens out there are hot. Now, you guys already know I don't really do the tea, but if you say it out loud, I'm going to bring it on the screen, okay? If it gets said, I'm going to then address it. My initial thoughts. Can I be honest? My initial thoughts of the situation was, if this was happening behind the screen, then Joy's got big problems. If this is true, then Joy's got big problems. And if this is true, then Clifton's a player. Like I said already, if this being true, if this is true, then Clifton is a goddamn player. If this is true, right? And he played the heck out of her. If this is true, he played the heck out of her. Do you understand? Then at that point, then I'm now looking at Joy, because then Joy would have been like, wait, hold a minute. If she ain't seen that, she didn't know about that. You know what I'm saying? Now she's out here defending him on this energy, but then not realizing there's stuff that's happening behind the scenes potentially. That's a political situation. Now the question is, who is telling the truth? Was there a kiss? Was there not a kiss? That's the question we're going to ask. So I decided to go to a particular source to go and get this information. Because you know what? I wanted to hear from the horse's mouth himself. Okay? So I decided this afternoon, I'm going to bring a little special treat to you so that we can address this particular rumor. Because I need to know. Because if this kiss is real, this is a madness. If this kiss is real, then it's a madness. We're going to have to look at the whole situation differently. So without much further ado, I'm going to bring on my first witness to the case. I'm going to bring them on and let them have a conversation. Sir, Master Clifton.
Bang, bang.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
How
bang, indeed. How you doing, sir?
I'm great. I just learned about all this morning. I saw it and I'm like, what is this? So first and foremost, thank you for having me.
Okay.
The
No
last,
worries, sir.
appreciate you. But I also want to start. Let's start here. I don't have much time. I got real work to do.
No worries, sir.
So first and foremost, I'm like, why wasn't this said at the reunion? You know what I mean? So you had to go back and build like a story, to fill in the lines and build a book, right? Okay, cool. I'm gonna clear the air, right? Let's bring some clarity. Let's bring
Please.
truth to what was said in these accusations.
Mm-hmm.
So I have never kissed or thought or had the desire to kiss this woman. Okay?
Wait, you never kissed her?
No. Now I'm
So
going
you're
to
saying she's lying? Just want to make it clear.
yes, I'm going
Okay.
to say I've never kissed her. Right? Now there was a scene at her dance studio that we had that was removed. Right? So you guys saw that as viewers. You saw part of the scene. That was a scene where she was teaching me how a dance routine. I dipped her, brought her back up, and we were, eye to eye, and it just wasn't happening. So she's like, let's do the dance move again. We did it again. I dipped her, brought her down, back up, eye to eye. I'm like, it's not happening, right? Didn't happen. So I don't know where all of this, these accusations are coming from, but it's just like, to me, it saddens me that she continuously alludes to things that happened between me and her to sabotage me and Joy's relationship. And it also saddens me to think that this classy, strong woman would stoop this low for more attention. I understand we've been done for 7 months. Like, do you still live? Am I living in your mind rent free right now? I don't understand. Like, help me understand. I just would have never thought that she would have stooped to this low for attention. Now, I saw signs of manipulative ways and deviousness, which I'll elaborate more on my interview at another time, right? But all of that stuff that happened, I turned blind eye to it because I'm like, well, maybe, I'm just gonna mind my business, or maybe I was looking too deep into, movements, right? So again, I'm just gonna say this. I'm still unaware of why certain things and lies are continuously brought up to disrespect my relationship with Joy, right? And outside of this process, I've learned that, well, even through the process, let's say through the process, and then moving on into real life, I've learned that some people don't take rejection well and clearly have not moved on, right? So if you've moved on and you have a whole new relationship, why am I part of your whole new conversation now? This is, we're done. So help me understand, Kojo, please.
Okay, so just a quick question. So you said obviously about the fact that there was never a thought for you to kiss her,
Nah.
but you were happy to rub her leg. You were happy to flirt with her with oysters.
It's the process. I can flirt all day long on a date and be 0% interested. Can't you?
No, I know we're saying we can be 0% interested, right? But you telling me there was no sexual attraction on your end?
No, not for me. I mean, so listen, there's certain things on camera that happen that people do on camera. So we're recording on camera. I have people on our date on camera because our dates were actually boring, right? So we have the production behind us on camera with their iPhone. Clifton, spice it up. Clifton, do this. Clifton, do that. So yeah, you're gonna do certain things on camera because they're asking you to do it. Not thinking that they're gonna use it against me later on. I'm thinking like, okay, fine. Like, we're on dates. This is part of the process. People flirt. Everybody flirts. I flirted with everybody on camera. That doesn't.
I flirt too.
That doesn't mean I want to be with you.
No, but maybe not be with her. But
Yeah.
but like obviously like being with someone is different. I agree. I don't think you wanted to be with her. I think that's clear. But in terms of the sexual energy, the flirting that was happening, you telling me that was all because they were putting up the signs?
Absolutely.
So when you wanted to flirt with her to just to piss off the boyfriend, that was all a game too?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, my heart has been with Joy the whole time, right?
I agree.
And I'm sorry that she was just a pawn in the RTL chess game.
I mean, that's true. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, we can agree with the pawn game.
You know what I mean?
But I'll keep it buck. I can regret that part.
I'm gonna say this last. I hope she continues to have great interviews and is really able to leave me and Joy's name out of her mouth, right? Because if she doesn't, there's really nothing else for her to talk about. If she talks about what? If she can't talk about me and Joy, and she can't talk about her situation with Carmen, and she can't talk about the situation with Eric, then what else do you have remaining to discuss?
I mean, but she still got to discuss you because she thought that there was a connection. So here's my question, right? Was she aware that you were playing this game though?
So here's the thing. She also played the game, right? We were at the beach house, or the retreat. Now, we were all sitting around a table together, and she would always allude to the fact that I think I'm going to go home. I'm going to go home soon, blah, blah, blah. So Joy was like, don't worry, Clifton got you covered, meaning that I'm going to still keep you in the line up so you still are here in order to make other connections. This was a conversation between Joy, myself, and her. She was there.
Wait, I need to say that again. Wait, say that last part again. Oh, what?
She knew, right? She knew that it was nothing more than what it was. It was nothing more than friends. And I can't even say friends. It was more so a business deal, right?
Oh,
yeah. So like, let's not play real games here. If you want to talk, we can talk, but we'll discuss that in my regular interview. Yeah. Dakiya had one connection that was her strongest. That was Eric. Eric was her top connection. When Eric came, she was number one in Eric's list. Dakiya was not number one in anyone else's list in a gentleman's lounge, which means in reality, you go home, right?
Mm.
Okay. Well, if you don't go home, what's keeping you here? So there must have been agreement elsewhere between her and someone else that made her stay, right? So again, outside of what you all see, there's an agreement, right? And she knew what the agreement was.
So just to be clear, you, Joy, and her had a conversation where you fleshed out that this is an agreement.
We didn't flesh it out. It was quick. It was brief. It was, she said something to the fact of, I think I'm going home next. And Joy stepped in and said, don't worry, Clifton got you covered.
I do remember this.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And yes, she was covered. She was in the lineup. Now, let me say one more thing. In the gentleman's lounge, in the previous seasons, they would say, give me your top one, your second, your third, right? Now, for our season, we didn't say that. Our season, they just said, give me a name. So, like, I'm saying Joy is my number one every time, right? Then they're like, well, we already know that. Well, give us another name. And I would say Carmen. Well, give us another name until they got the soundbite that they wanted to use for that. Then they would have her. So then they wouldn't put it in the chronological order that it should have been in, right? They would just make it look like I said this in the order that they wanted it to be displayed. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah. I'm confused by then how Dakiya is getting. Okay, so were you talking every day?
No, we talk maybe. So I believe it was strategic in a way too. So we talk maybe, let's just say Monday, and then we talk maybe 3 times a week. And like the strategy was, she would call me on before the gentleman's lounge to make sure she was in a safe space, right? And she's done that with other people on the cast, and we have witnesses. So like, let's not lie, right? Let's not stop the lies. The lies stop today. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, this is wild.
Let's not lie, right? Let's not, because we call and get a temperature check from 2 to make sure she would still be there. Let's not fucking lie.
Wait, this is wild.
Oh yeah.
Wait, this is wild. Okay, so wait. When you so just quickly, on reunion, Joy was going at Dakiya's neck, but it didn't look like you were comfortable with that level of energy. Would you say you were comfortable with that level of energy?
Because there were certain facts that Joy said prior to that were clipped, right? They were like at least 3 facts that she said, and then basically, it wasn't enough for Dakiya to agree with. So then, fuck your context. You know what I'm saying? Always blown out of context. There were facts that were said, that were cut. So like, you don't see that because it's cut. We can't control that. That's something that they do. But she had every right to say what she said, hands down. And
my last question then is, obviously it got posted up on Ready to Love Own, I think Instagram or whatever. I think you replied to a message. So did you say that there was more comments made by Dakiya about I'll take you from your man, and she'll sleep with you while I was in Mexico? Is that true?
By several other cast members, yes. But they had a ladies' lounge where she said it to Joy's face, and then Carmen was a witness where she said it too. So then if you have these things and then you say that one more time, like, what do you think is going to happen? Somebody's going to blow up on you when you keep saying shit like that. You know what I mean?
So it said more than once?
It was said 3 times.
Hi.
I mean, what do you want? But again, she's a classy lady. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Okay, so we've got, just to round up, we've got kissing that never happened. We've got her saying that you guys were talking every day, but you're saying That wasn't the case. It was
No.
strategic conversations.
So, let me rephrase. We might text if that considers talking.
Yeah.
So if I didn't talk to her, we text. So like it probably was we would talk an actual phone conversation maybe 3 times a week, right?
Yeah.
And I even
What were you not saying? What were you not saying apart from strategy? What were you not talking about 3 times a week then?
I mean, it was like a job interview. I mean, we had very superficial conversations, nothing like we're building a future, not like walking down the yellow brick road holding hands. It was very, and it might be some like flirts in there. I'm not gonna lie, like it was flirts because that's what you do when you're dating, you flirt. But nothing where I alluded to the fact like I can't wait to see you tomorrow. We're gonna be together. No, it was nothing like that. So like that's why I'm saying I don't understand why these continuous lies are brought up to like disrespect me and Joy's relationship. If she's moved on in her relationship, right? My name and Joy's name wouldn't necessarily be still coming out of her mouth now, would it?
I mean, to be fair, we are asking about her connections though, because if she comes on here, I'm going to ask about you.
That's fine, but at the end of the day, we're 7 months after, right? So like, I don't want to talk about my previous connection. I want to talk about life now, right?
No, that's fine, but as an audience, they want to know because obviously for you it's 7 months, but it's not 7 months because if you really deep it, like we only get to see the show. It just ended last week, so it's actually quite new for us. So I can't put it on her neck like that because if I'm going to interview her, I'm going to ask what was your connection with Clifton like. Now, if you're saying about the lying part, I'm with you. You don't need to be lying, right? But in terms of her speaking on the connection, she has to speak on the connection.
She can. I mean, we had a connection as associate connection, right? It was definitely that. It wasn't nothing where I can't wait to see you. We're gonna be together. That was what me and Joy discussed. We discussed a future, right? Our connection was deep. My connection with her wasn't that way.
Okay, so my final question. Sorry, apologies. Final question.
Okay, I gotta go.
You play like I'm a player, right? You know the game, right?
And ready to. I mean, I could
in ready to love terms. Not necessarily you're playing every woman. I'm saying in ready to love terms, right? We both know the game very well. Okay, you know the game. I know the game.
Now, before you ask me this question, I had only seen Ready to Love 3 times before I got casted on the show, so I had to catch up. I only watched maybe 4 episodes of it.
That's fine.
How certain parts of the process necessarily worked, right? I didn't understand the X date. I didn't know how that worked. I'm sitting here like, what is this shit? You know what I mean? So like, when I got there, I'm like you're gonna see someone's ex, and I'm like, in real life, this wouldn't happen. So like, I approached it as real life. You understand what I'm saying? Because I would never meet someone's ex in real life for what?
I agree. So both of us, I would agree that we both have maybe similar temperaments in terms of like we know how to get around. You're a handsome brother. You know the female. You know what I'm saying. You know women. You know very well. All right. So is it fair to say that you were aware? Let's keep it a buck. Is it fair to say that you were aware at least of how much Dakiyah was feeling you then? So at least you knew where you stood. You weren't interested, but are you telling me you weren't aware? You weren't sussing it as a smart man like yourself, handsome man like yourself?
Right. She went from Demetrius to Wiley. Demetrius, it was the big dick energy, right? She said that first.
Yeah.
Wiley, while they was holding hands, walking down the street all the time, right? Then it's me, right? Then while she's seeing me, then it's Eric. And I understand you date everyone, but if you look at all of these factors, the interest in other people wasn't as great. Well, the interest in me wasn't as great as everyone else, right? Her interest definitely was with Eric. Number one, hands down. Everybody saw that too. But then whatever happened with them, and we'll discuss that later, changed the whole scenario for her. And then you want to circle back here. I had already nurtured my relationship with Joe. We're done, right? What do you want me to do now? Make something happen? Let's make it fun for TV. Okay, great.
Listen, I can't buy that. I'm gonna say I love you, bro, but I can't buy that.
You ain't gotta buy it. I'm telling
you. I can't buy it, bro. You smart brother. I mean, I don't want to take your time because I know you gotta go, but
yeah.
Bro, me and you are smart brothers, man. I know you are. You're an IT. You're a smart individual. You know women as well. You know your way around. There's no way you weren't able to analyze and see where Dakiyah was. If that's the case, and I have to say
it was
you're accountable too.
I didn't need to analyze it because it was more of a business deal. There was no reason for me to analyze it.
Yeah, but surely you would have seen if her energy shifting towards you that it's getting a bit. I think she might be trying to like me. You'd be able to see that.
Okay, you can see it, and I can not acknowledge it too.
But I'm just saying. But you saying that you didn't see it at all, and I'm saying I don't want you to acknowledge it.
I paid no attention to that because I knew what it was. It was a business deal, right?
Yes. No, I agree. So then, when you saw it as a business deal, for you, I know it's a business deal. but you are aware, right, when the other person is starting to feel you a little bit. That's what I'm trying to say. But you're saying you weren't aware at all of her
So, yeah,
changing
I mean,
her.
you can sense the awareness on TV, yes, but outside of TV, no awareness. Okay, so let's keep it a buck. Certain things you see on camera is done for the camera. Outside of that, so if you want to act like you like me on camera, great, perfect. But outside of the camera, totally different. So then there's two different scenarios, right? There you go.
Nah, Clifton.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Nah, Clifton, I'm sorry.
Come
I
on,
love
bro.
you, bro, but I
Nah,
can't buy that one,
yeah.
bro. We'll definitely have to have a proper interview because,
Yeah,
bro.
we'll talk about it on the interview. Like you could be one way on camera and another way outside the camera. Like let's not play for the camera and then act like it's something else. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. That's not fair to me. Like let's keep it 100.
All right, I know, I hear that. I hear that. So you definitely say the kiss never happened yet? It never happened.
Nah, hell no.
Okay, that's cool. I appreciate it because that makes it very, very clear. We know we have to ask certain questions.
Yep.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to say before you go?
All I want to say is I hope she continues to have great interviews. I'm gonna say this again, and able to leave me and Joy's name out of her mouth. That's it.
I just want to make it clear. When you say leave her out of your mouth, are you talking about in terms of saying lies, or are you talking about in general?
I mean, who wants to be brought up in a lie every day?
Yeah, if it's I mean, she's gonna have to tell her side, isn't it? I'm gonna ask her. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna ask her about your connection. You know what I mean?
And she's been deceptive and devious. I mean, that's all I can say. I know what the realness is. I know what happened, and so does she. Some people want light. Some people are okay with just moving on with their life. And on that note, I got business to take care of.
Captain, we'll talk, man. I appreciate you, man.
All right.
Thank you for that, bro. Appreciate you coming through.
Okay.
I can't buy it. I'm so sorry. And I didn't want to lie to him. I didn't want to be like, yeah, when I really didn't buy it. Like, I'm so sorry. You see, I talk about accountability on both men and women's sides. And if you're a player, if you're into dark arts, you are super aware of what everybody is doing. That is a given. If you're a player, the whole point of playing is that you're aware of what people are doing. So if Dakiyah starts feeling you for real as a player, you're going to notice the change. You need to, in order to keep on playing the game you're playing. That's the whole point. It's a game of self-awareness or a game of awareness. So I can't accept that as an answer. There's something more that I need to tap into. I appreciate him coming on and sharing the truth, but I can't lie. I can't pretend and be like, yeah, that's why. No, because then that would mean I'm being disingenuous to you guys as an audience when I tell you guys about when we play the game. That would go against everything I've spoken about on this channel about playing the game. When you play the game, you are aware. The same thing with Sabrina's situation. I said, when she's playing the game, she's totally aware of the other players and where they stand. That's part of the game. If we have a business deal where we are saying we're going to collude together, I need to still be aware, especially if you're talking to me or I'm talking to you 3 times in a week, that you may be getting some feelings, you know? So I personally can't agree with some of the parts that he shared. Now, if he says a kiss didn't happen, hey, that's going to be up for debate. We're going to have to ask Dakiya when she comes on here whether this kiss actually happened, because that's another conversation, right? But in terms of awareness, I said, I don't know, sir. I don't know. I like Clifton. Me, and trust me, I do like Clifton. I like Joy. I think they're cool people. I like everybody on the show, to be honest. Once I've spoken to them, I've got to know them. I like everybody. But I'm also learning I can't come and tell a lie and be like, bro, I believe you. When that's not true. No, I can't. Yeah, I can't. Nah, I can't. Oh, no. I can't. I love Clifton, but I can't believe that. No. Oh man. Oh, that's just Ooh, I don't know. Wow. Ooh, this one is tough. This one is tough. I wanna. Oof. This one's tough. What y'all saying? What you lot saying? Ooh, ooh. This is tough. This is tough. Oh my days, it's tough. It's tough. Like, listen, you guys know I've done videos on Dakiyah, I've done videos on Joy, I've done videos on Clifton. I hold equal smoke for everybody, but baby, I just, oh no, something ain't right. Something isn't all the way right. Oh no, 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 no. Something doesn't feel right. Because I discussed this with him, and like I said, I'm not trying to be bad. Hopefully he doesn't see this and get dismayed and hurt by what I'm gonna say. But if you're telling me you had no affection towards Dakiya, why are you doing all the extra flirting stuff? Now I'm not saying you actually had to like her. We know men will sleep with women without liking them. I don't need to like you to sleep with you. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't need that from you. I don't need that. But to flirt with you. To flirt with you though, and then to flirt with your ex as well. I mean, was that part of the business deal? Was that also a part of the deal as well? I wish I asked that question. I think I did, but I can't remember the answer. But is that a part of the business deal as well? You know, like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking at it and I'm going, yeah, that doesn't necessarily align in a way. Like, do you know what I mean? He may have been acting. Listen, he may have been acting in those moments where he's pretending, right, that he actually likes Dakiyah. My issue isn't even that per se. Let's say Clifton was acting all the way through. My issue isn't that. My issue is that you didn't realize the other person is starting to feel you. That doesn't make sense for me. It honestly, as a player, has played the game before, I don't know any player who can say, in all honesty, that they don't know what the other person is standing at. Then we're really not a good player. Do you know what I mean? Like, then we're not actually being good at our job. The two have to go hand in hand. You cannot be strategic, plan your routes, and then not be aware of things changing in the atmosphere amongst you. Like, no, that doesn't work. That's what I'm saying. Then it comes across as being disingenuous, because now you're not even holding to principles of you're not even holding to the principles in these particular areas. You know, I tell you guys and ladies on there all the time that you know, when people are playing these games or ready to love, when they're playing these things, I'm just gonna be honest. I told y'all that Clifton's a player. I told you. I hadn't spoken to him, but he's a player. Whether he played the process, whether he played the kill, whichever it was, I knew he was a player. I'm just gonna be honest with you. That's why I said it. You know what I mean? I didn't hold no back, right? So if it's not, and someone made a good point here as well. Layla made a good point. If it's not real, then why is Joy asking to retreat? If it's not real, okay, if it's not real, why are we getting annoyed at Dakiyah then? It can't not be real. Something like, why are we getting so annoyed at Dakiyah? Of course, yeah, move on. But it's like, if you know the secret, you kind of don't have to be vexed about what the person does, because you already know the secret. If you already know that that person really is feeling you, but you guys already knew that that weren't really the truth, you're not going to feel no way. We're not going to call it editing either, because it's not really editing if you know that he's playing the game. If I know that Clifton is playing the game and he is saying things just to get the girl into for TV, then I don't need to say it's editing, because it's not editing at that point. It was him playing the game. So because almost he's acting as if it's a simulation of acting that he did, but the other people didn't realize how true that acting was. That's what I'm confused about. You know what I mean? Like, if you're acting, surely you should let Joy know that everything you're doing is acting, so that when she responds, she doesn't have to respond in a way that doesn't feel like she is responding to a real situation. Because it sounded like she was responding to a real situation. And here's my thing. If somebody says, I will take your man, and you and the man know that there is no chance of her taking the man, because you know he was lying the whole entire time, why is the energy so tough? Again, when people know a secret and they've got the leverage on you, they don't act so tough. Unless you lot are really doing double psychology. I mean, you lot are doing spinning psychology, where you're like, let's just act as if we're playing. But I don't see that. as much as I think people are calculated, I don't see the people going like, let's pretend as if we're angry with Dakiyah so that it looks like we're actually behaving and responding to actually. That looks real. How vexed they were with Dakiyah looks real. So that's what I'm trying to say. That doesn't, something's not quite adding up. And I just wished that Clifton would have just said, listen, hey, look, I wasn't really on Dakiyah like that, you know, and I wasn't feeling her that way. I might have played the game a little bit. I knew, and all I wanted him to do was say, I knew where she stood. But I was just playing the game. At the end of the day, I was playing the game. I was trying to get through. Then I'd be like, oh, okay, I get it. But then did you let Joy know? Because Joy's energy doesn't sound like she knows. That's my thing. That we got questions to ask now. You know me, I like to keep it fair smoke, whether I get the interview or not. I keep the smoke the same for everybody because I think that's fair. I can't be concerned about whether they'll come onto the show or not. I have to be concerned with what's true and what's right and what I feel I'm seeing, and I must report it as such. So that's why I'm like, wait, what's going on? What's going on? You know? That's interesting. Oh, this is tough, you know. This is mad tough. No. This game has just increased levels. The game has shaken. It's changed. The game has changed today. You know? No, it's changed. Because now I got to ask, hopefully if Dakiyah wants to come, I don't know if she will or not. But hopefully when she comes on, we can then ask her these questions, because he's saying there's a business deal. And this is why I like, and this is why I'm telling you guys, ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention. Ask questions, because when you ask questions, you can now corroborate the story, whether it's true or false. And this is what I was saying back to the Dakiyah situation. Ask key questions. See now, yeah, I've asked these questions of Clifton. I now can go to I can now go to Carmen. I can go to Dakiyah. I can go to Joy and be like, he said XYZ. Use XYZ, right? I can say he said XYZ. Is this true or not? And it becomes a yes or a no, rather than actually being he said, then he said. No, we're going to ask direct questions. We're going to ask questions that are going to get to the point. He said this exactly. Now we can actually question other person as well, you know? You know, and I definitely believe that Dakiyah was a pawn in the game. I definitely believe that. You know, so I definitely believe that Dakiyah was a pawn in the game. I mean, it fits into what I said, didn't I? I said that Dakiyah is a pawn in the game, unfortunately. How much so of what he did in order to keep her there is another story. You know what I'm saying? Like, it depends on how much he did. He's saying he didn't kiss her. She's saying that there was a kiss. This is the first time I've heard her say about the kiss situations. I want to know. Now, what I will say is, just watching Clifton, now everybody knows I pay attention when I'm interviewing. I don't say much. I ask my questions. I pay attention. There was a lot of looking to the right. Now, you know, I don't know about this. There was a lot of looking to the right, which looked like they might have been reading a little bit of a statement, which is why I was like, I don't want to blow up his world. I'm not trying to be that kind of guy, but I just want to be real because it fits into the narrative what we're talking about. He looked slightly to the right, and several times he looked to the right. That looked like there might have been a script that you were reading. So it may have looked, again, that's what I'm talking about, genuine, about noticing things, being a person who's observing and perceiving. I'm not just going to listen to you. I have to watch you as well. I have to see and taking all that information. There's a lot of looking to the right. I didn't see the script, but it looked like the script was there. But maybe it wasn't there. Maybe it was something else. Maybe he was reading the chat. Maybe he was something else. It just looked like that. You know what I mean? You know, so it may have been his work thing. It may have been that he's in a work meeting and he had to quickly jump in. So, you know, it may have been that as well. So I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm just saying, I was just looking at that and it could have been that as well. So let's be open to all the possibilities. Let's not say exactly is that, but I thought last season was a tough season, but this season here, Yo, I thought last season was tough. I thought it would have I thought it would have been this I thought it was a tough season last season, but this season here, ooh, it's very dangerous. This season, my God, this season is tough. Like I came back from South Africa, and this is what I came back to. Wait, right? So I don't know. It is interesting. What's you guys' thoughts, man? You know, I don't want to stay on here too long. I want to do a quick one, so when people watch it back, they don't have to struggle too much. What's your overall thoughts of this interview? So I'm going to put a poll in the chat. I'm going to put a poll in the chat for you guys, so you guys can tell me your thoughts. Because why, man? I know, like, yo. No, when he said it with chest, do you know what? I give him one thing, though. I'll give him one thing. When he said it with chest, I have to appreciate that. The brother said, listen, she was RTL calamity. Like, she was basically RTL porn. I had to use her. You know what I mean? I said, oh. I said, I appreciate the honesty, though. That's real. At least he was honest about that. That, you know what? Dakiyah was RTL. She was basically collateral damage, basically. And I said, okay, at least that one, you know, he can be honest about that. Do you feel what I'm saying? You know, it's tough, man. It's tough. So we have to wait and see. I have to get the kid on there and get her thoughts, man. You know what I'm saying? And see what she's saying, because I don't know. Do you guys believe there was a kiss? Was there a kiss? I don't know. Like, was there a kiss? Of course, Joy will know Clifton better than we do, but we have been in situations. Love Joy, by the way, Joy. If you're watching this, you know I love you. I appreciate you. But you know, I'm gonna ask real questions. We have seen situations in relationships. If you've ever been around friends, you've been in situations. I've known men, you know, to lie through their teeth. There has to be an openness of thought that, okay, she could be lying, or he could be lying. And there is a thought of that both of them could be lying, or one of them could be lying in the situation, right? But he's saying categorically, no, there was no kiss. She's saying there was a kiss outside of the process. So somebody is lying. Somebody is, right? Somebody is lying. So let's see, have a little poll here. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm gonna add that. Do you believe that Clifton kissed? Oh man, I am. Oh boy, I need to even go watch it back. Like, it was a surreal thing, you know. I'll be honest with you, it was surreal. It was surreal. It was surreal. You know what I'm saying? That too. Okay, so let's say also as well that Dakiya, someone said he was looking at Dakiya like, don't say anything. But that then also for me then, okay, if Dakiya agreed to a business move, did she end up falling? You know, did she end up falling wrongly then? Because it's like, if that was a business move and you agreed to it, did you end up falling when you shouldn't have fallen? Here's my thing. Just because I am a dark artist who has lived a few lives in moving mad, there is power in being able to rope somebody into your world, rope them into liking you when that was not the original deal. Just gonna be honest with you, right? I'm just kind of giving you an overall spec. Not saying this is what he did, but I'm saying this is something, right? There is a power that comes when you are playing this game, when you can rope somebody from the position they were in to liking you, right? And if there's a business deal going on between me and you, if I'm about that life, you know, I could flirt with you, I can make you feel something, I could draw you into my world, right? Where you start feeling me, right? But I don't want you. You know what I mean? there's a game like that where you can play like that, and again, that's about power. It's about being able to experience that person, bring that person in, okay, bring that person into your game, rope them in, and make him feel some type of way. So yeah, it's man, it is a lot. It's a lot. So maybe part of him maybe might have been playing that game as well. Because I definitely believe Joy was number one. I think we can all agree Joy is number one. No one's arguing with that point. I don't think anything to argue about there. Definitely Joy is number one. I don't think he needed to establish that, right? I don't think you need to establish that, that he's Joy's number one. I think we all knew that already. But it's like, question being. So now here's my thoughts. Then it leads us to a question to ask slightly. I have to ask it. I have to be real now. Then leads a question to ask. Because what it looks like, just from my perspective, just watching it, what it looks like was he was under duress. Oh, man, I don't want to say it, bruv. I don't want to say it. Because obviously everyone's got to take accountability. So he's got to take accountability. But I'm saying it looked like he was under duress. You know, like when you want to make sure everything's clean, innit? Like, it almost looked as if like I want to make sure I put across I never liked any other girl and only liked my girl. But that's not the truth. It's almost like when people say, I've never looked at another woman in a particular way. You're lying. You have. Of course you have. You're a man and you're a woman. Of course you have. You've looked at somebody and thought, oh, they're attractive. Oh, they're sexy. We've all had those kind of thoughts. So when people like do the most in trying to say, I've never looked at anybody that way. I've never looked at them. And then it's like, it can look a bit of a way. Do you know what I mean? All right. So then it's like, then you start questioning them and you're asking yourself this question: why are you trying to be so squeaky clean? Who are you trying to be squeaky clean for? It didn't look like he was being squeaky clean, okay, for himself. And that's how I felt. That's just me. I'm not saying that's the absolute truth. Again, I'm gonna put it out there. I'm not saying that's the absolute truth. But it did feel, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it did feel like that. You know, I don't want to I don't want to say that's what it is, the truth. I'm just saying what it looked like and what it felt like. That don't mean that's what it is. But it may have felt like that. Okay. So I mean, we're gonna have to get them on the channel. Have to get them on the channel to go and clear this up. You know, whew. Bloody hell, mate! It is tough out here, man. It is tough. I don't know. Woo, Chile. Ah, la 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 la. Ah. This one's tough. This one's tough. This one's tough. This one's tough. You know what I mean? And again, someone said get your assistant to call to Kia's office. Don't worry, I'm gonna get on it, Kez. I'm gonna get on it. But now also, like I said, that's why I said it leaves more questions for Joy in the sense of how we perceive Joy now, because we're now the way it's being put across. I'm now thinking to myself, okay, so wait. When she made the comments about someone's going to drop the ball, maybe this is Clifton not trying to drop the ball. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Clifton, he don't want to drop the ball. He's scared that he's gonna lose her, and this is why this whole it's just too squeaky clean. Do you know what I mean? Like I never fancied her, never looked at her, never ever saw her. Like it's like, wait, what? You telling me you never thought she looked good? Like, come on, like that, like come on. You know what I mean? It's like it's almost as if I never saw anybody. I never saw. I never looked at anybody on the show. It's like, but really, you never looked at anybody on the show? Y'all had a business deal, but the first day that we saw you come together, y'all hadn't really spoken about business deal, did I'm guessing, but it looked like you lot were getting along on a good chemistry level, you know. So then I've got to ask questions. I've got to ask Dakiya question, which is, when he was feeding you oysters, were you aware? When he was touching your leg for your boyfriend, were you aware? When he was saying these things about strong connection, was that part of the business deal? We now got to ask the question. You get me? Ah, man. It's tough. It's tough right now, isn't it? Ooh, let me just play this clip again. Let me just play it again one more time, just to make sure. Like, maybe I misheard. Maybe I misheard. Let me just.
For that's not in my. I don't know.
Yeah, I did see something earlier that said, was there any like physical interaction, like a kiss or anything?
Oh,
like
yeah.
Nothing.
There was a kiss, but there was no me trying to do this or do that or me saying.
Was the kiss on the show?
No.
Okay.
But it was no me saying this or that I'm trying to do this. So that's a lie. There was no me saying repeatedly that I'm going to take your man. That's a lie.
Yeah.
But we now got to ask Dakiyah also a key question, because she said there was no repeated comment about "I will take your man." So we also got to ask Dakiyah. Listen, someone said it to me. Everybody on the show has got a little bit of a lying problem. That's what someone said to me. Everybody on the show has got a little bit of a lying problem. So nobody's clean. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm saying, I'm looking at it and I'm saying, hold on a minute. So she's also saying, that there was no repeated comment about "I'll take your man." Now, obviously, if we asked people who were there at these moments, because clearly there were people around her, that will also corroborate the story and whether this actually happened or not. Right? So we got to ask these questions as well. I want to make sure I'm not gonna take a side. I'm just kind of saying, you know what? Someone could be also lying as well on the other side. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna just believe Dakiyah that she definitely kissed him, because this is almost like the Alexis and London situation all over again. This is just like when the Alexis and the London situation happened early seasons back, whether they kissed or not, right? So I need to hear her voice, and I need to ask her these questions, and she has to talk on her connection with Clifton if she believes that's her truth. I have to allow her that space to do so. I can't not tell her to not to already to tell her truth. Brown Juice said, "I've already taken a side." Nope, I haven't taken a side. I've held people accountable for their behaviors in order to improve. I haven't taken a side on who to believe. At this moment, I don't know who to believe at the moment. I think there are certain facts and certain truths. Like, if you're a player, you can't tell me you're not aware. That for me is a truth. Whether there was a kiss or not, I can't say for sure. And I think everyone can have their side, and I would not question them whether they fall to either side. I think I understand why why people believe the other side or the other side. I can understand it. So yeah. I haven't fallen any side yet as well. Someone made a good point, said she never brought it up till asked. So if she was gonna lie, she would have done that long ago. That's also pretty much, that could also be a possible reason as well. If she was gonna lie, she could have lied a long time ago as well. That could potentially be an aspect as well. So yeah, that's also another point as well. What's that? She didn't offer the information about the kids, though. She was asked about it. Oh, what information was she asked about? I don't know what the kids situation was. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know what was meant to be said there. Green South, who will lose the most? Dakiyah. So that's why I believe her over Mr. Clifton. So she'll lose the most. Yeah, I mean, look, she may lose the most, but people have been known to lie. So I don't know yet. Like I said, I don't know yet. but I'm open to both. I'm open to both, like I said, and I think this has greater implications than just uh, you know. I think it has greater implications than just the kiss happening or not. It opens up questions for. Then I'm looking from the perspective of Joy, and I'm thinking to myself, I've got questions to ask. Right? I think that's what I'm looking at now. I'm now looking at it going, if I'm Joy, I'm now asking some critical questions. But then again, Joy might have seen Dakiyah in a different light to how we're seeing her, because we're seeing her through the screen. If Joy has firsthand, dealings with Dakiyah, she will have a different perspective than what we had. Do you get what I'm saying? And so that, although I'll be like, I'm questioning it from my perspective because of what we've seen on the screen. Yeah, man, I don't know. That's very true as well. Good liars don't volunteer to lie. Habitual liars do that. Yeah, that's true. That's very, very true as well. Very, very true. That is very, very true as well. Unless you're a habitual liar, it's very true. You won't offer up that lie just like that. That's true. So yeah, man. Man. Ooh. Oh. Yeah. Oh man, it's tough out here, baby. But then if there was a kiss, no. Let's also keep it a buck. That opens up another perspective. If there was a kiss, are you sure? Are you sure that the tears at the end then? Because before this kiss, I would have said I agreed. I think the tears were not about Clifton at all. But if now you had a kiss, was part of the tears also because you felt some way? You guys have shared an intimate moment. Now I'm looking at it like that as well too. Beforehand, I didn't. But now I've got to look at it a little bit differently. Those tears might not just be about, just about, the fact that they were pressing on you too much. Someone said liars need love too. You lot are moving mad, fam. You lot, you lot are moving mad. Oh, you lot are moving absolutely mad. So, thank you again. Appreciate you, Celestine. Oh man, this is tough, man. That's what I talk about. Woo. Yeah. Man. It's a lot right now. Let me see the panel. Let me see what the poll was. Let me see the poll. So the poll, oh my days. Y'all didn't even want to. You lot said, do you believe Clifton kissed Dakiyah? 90% of you guys out of 532 votes, 90% of you guys said they believe so. You believe so. You believe the kiss between Dakiyah and Clifton. Whew, that's a strong take. That's a strong take to say 90%. That's a strong take. Woi. Someone said, me too, believe all women. Oh my gosh. Like, this is oof. Ooh, it's a lot. Okay, let me ask my next question on the poll. I know okay, some people are still voting on the poll though. Some of you guys still voting on the poll, but it's let me just let me do a new poll after that. I'll let it run for a little bit and then I'll ask a new poll. But yeah, it's crazy right now what's going on. It's crazy. So if you've just joined us, we're about to go off in a minute anyway, but I just wanted to have this conversation because, like I said, I had to go straight to the source to get the information as well. So, baby, guys, I'm still stunned, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm still stunned. I am still stunned. Like I'm speechless. Normally I have loads of words to say, but I'm still feeling like, whoa, like what do I say? What am I going to say? Someone said, am I going to interview Joy? Potentially, we'll see what happens. If there's room for it, if that's allowed. then I will. Tonight, we're also interviewing Ace. Tonight, guys, 6 p.m. EST. We will be interviewing Ace at 6 p.m. EST. Tonight, I will be interviewing Ace. So we're going to be asking those key questions. You know, we want to know about the situation between herself and Laverne. I want to know what happened there. Who was talking, who was not talking, why she saw Laverne in the first place, what was going on there. We got questions to ask on that part as well. So we can't slack right now. The work has to be done, and we're looking forward to talking to Ace a little bit later on as well. Let me put this up as well for you guys. Influence Me TV. Okay, so I'm gonna put the link below as well. Yeah, so yeah, we got some stuff coming up, man, for you guys. Okay, Thursday night, guys. Thursday night we have Sabrina, 8 p.m. EST. We have Sabrina also on here with an interview. We're gonna ask these hard questions. Okay, we're gonna answer hard questions. We've got Sabrina on Thursday night as well. So we've got it back to back. We ain't stopping. I have a feeling that Sabrina interview is going to open some doors. That's going to make us ask some questions about Donovan too. So we got some key questions coming through. Like, we're gonna have to ask these cast members as well. So listen, it's gonna be interesting the next few weeks or next week or so. We need to get these answers. Yes. Yes, 10-4 Jay said it. We got answers we need to get. Whew. Someone said we're gonna get lost in the sauce. Listen, Sabrina's she's my little toxic love, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Just a little bit of that toxicity is attractive to me, you know. Just a little bit of that toxicity, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit, you know. We wanna, you know, a little bit of that toxicity is good. It's good for the soul, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, cool. So do me a massive favor, guys, as well. I'm gonna put the link in the chat as well, and so you guys can support. Like I said, I'm in a competition right now on Influence Me, and they've given me a second chance to try and win. And when I say win, get voted for. So I would love for you guys to vote for me and support me on this journey. So you can vote for free, or if you feel blessed enough, you can vote and add some money to it as well. You know what I'm saying? And get me more votes. Okay. All right. We want to appreciate you guys for being here today, joining me. I mean, I didn't expect it. I won't lie to you. I didn't expect this level of madness to come through. I wasn't ready. I will be honest with you. I was not ready. Okay. For today's madness that we encountered. So let me put the link up for you guys and put it on pin. There we go. So I pin this. Use the link there, guys. Click on the link. Vote for me as well. Send your boy further along the competition as well. Listen, tomorrow night we got Ace. I mean, today we got Ace. Tomorrow we have got Sabrina. Okay, so I'm ready, and I've got something mad for you guys. Potentially, I have something mad for you guys. Right? Potentially, I've got something mad for you guys coming up with Ready to Love. Potentially, you know what I'm saying? Keep your fingers crossed. You know that when I bring the things, I bring some things for you guys. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to be on your toes. I want you to be ready, and remember, always be ready to ask the tough questions. Always be ready to decipher what someone's saying. Always be ready to try and just see if you're really telling the truth. Look beyond just the surface. You know what I'm saying? So again, once more, I appreciate you guys. Stay locked and stay loaded. Vote for me on this Influence Me. Use a link down below. Use a link that's also pinned up. And we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. I'm telling you, something's coming up for you guys. And you know what I mean? It's gonna get interesting indeed, baby. Listen, let me leave you on this note here.
You can never make it. You know you cannot make it. Failure? You are a failure. You can never make it. You are here breathing heavy like a dog.